Hey everyone, and welcome to our Monday dumbbell workout. We're going to do the build-ups workout again. With this concept, we're going to do the first half of the exercise in set one. So renegade rows in set one. In set two, we'll do push-ups, and then in set three, we'll do renegade rows to a push-up. So that's how the build-up concept will work. As always, choose your own reps. I always do 10 reps, but you can modify as needed. So let's get started on our warm-up. So if you can find yourself a wall, we're going to start with some leg swings. It's going forward, back here, opening up our hips, and switching sides. And we'll move on to agility skaters. So that's going from side to side, getting our footwork going. Good high knees. Get our heart rates up a bit. Try and pump the arms. Good job. Let's get on the mat in a T position. On our backs. Right leg comes towards left hand. Come back down and switch sides. Loosening up our hips and our mid and low backs at the same time. Good. Let's get into our standing position. Go into butt kicks so we can do it in a march to start. Then we'll move into a jog, pulling our heels towards our butts each time. And if you want, you can get into more of a run or a sprint. Good. Now arm circles, start small, build up till we can get to full rotations, whatever full is for you. And palms up, go in reverse, same concept. And last one, our punch combo. So jab, cross, hook. 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 Switching sides. Jab, cross, hook. Jab, cross, hook. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good job. Let's get into our workout now. So we're going to start with renegade rows to push-ups, and we'll start that in 30 seconds. I'm going to have the mat here off to the side just in case I need it. So renegade row, you're going to be in this high plank position. Then you pull and draw your arm up. So we're going to do 10 of these each side. And let's go. So we got a minute to get through 10. Try and keep our hips down while we do this. A lot harder for me because I have these circular dumbbells, but you can tell I can still do it. 4, 5, 6, 7. Really drawing my elbows up to the ceiling each time. And 10. It's not a lot of rest here for me. I was a little slow doing these. So I'm going to do the push-ups next. And I'm going to do the push-ups using the dumbbells to balance on so I can get a little bit deeper here. So into our push-ups. And I got a good amount of rest there, so keep it up. Get your reps in. And then we got the hard part, which is going to be a renegade row. So I'm going to do both sides, then a push-up. If you're feeling up to it and you can fit them in, you could do a row, push-up, row the other side, push-up. If you want to get a little bit more chest work in, but not a lot of time to get those in combination with the rows. So I'm going to do both sides, then a push-up. So let's get going. So row, push-up. One. So it's 3 for me. Nice wide stance with my legs in order to do these. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we'll pick it back up at 7 minutes. So finish off your reps if you're still getting through them. Then grab a drink of water. So obviously that was pretty upper body focused. Your back, your chest, a lot of core involvement though. Next one is going to be more legs. So we're going to do a reverse lunge. Then we're going to do a single leg deadlift. And then we're going to bring them both together. So let's get going on our reverse lunges to start. So grab your dumbbells, step back. I'm going to do 10 each side here. Working on my breathing, still trying to catch it off of the first group of exercises. And 10. So single leg deadlifts are going to be next. Adjust your reps if you need to. I'm doing 10 a side. Maybe you just do 5 a side or whatever number works for you. So single leg deadlifts. So hinge, flat back, pull through your hamstrings and glutes. Try and stay balanced. Go at a pace where you can stay balanced. Although when you're tired, your balance goes anyways, right? Make sure you flex through your core when you're doing these. So we keep a nice flat back, nice strong back. 5, 6, 7. Balance is a trouble for me today. And 10. And not a lot of time to rest for me. I'll do the last set facing the camera here. So, reverse lunge, deadlift. Reverse lunge, deadlift. 3. I'm doing a little toe tap in between just to balance. myself because I'm having a hard time balancing. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And opposite side. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 for me. And we got until the 11 mark before we pick it up again. So if you still have a few reps, finish them out. And then grab your bench if you don't have it nearby. So skull crushers, using your dumbbells, you're going to hinge at your elbows to the forehead and then extend. A dumbbell pullover, we extend and pull it back over like that. And then we'll put the two maneuvers together, get ready, and go. So just the skull crusher to start. 2, 3, 4. Just hinging at my elbows, coming down just above forehead height. 7, 8, 9, 10. So this one doesn't get our heart rates up nearly as high as the first two, which is nice. Allows us to recover a little bit more. But obviously that's all dependent on what dumbbell you're using. Using a really heavy dumbbell and it might not be so easy, right? So we got 5 seconds. Then we're going to get going again. So now we're doing the pullovers. So extend behind your head, pull over top. Extend, pull. When I extend, I gotta press my spine into the bench. If you don't have a bench, you can easily do these off the floor. You would just tap the dumbbells behind your head as you do it. This exercise is great for the chest and for the lats. Yeah. One more. And obviously, that big extension through the core. If I'm engaging my abs, pressing my spine into the bench, it's going to do a good core workout too. So let's put these two maneuvers together. So hinge, then extend, hinge, extend, pull through, hinge, extend, hinge, extend, hinge, extend. That's 6 for me. 7, 8, 9, and 10. And finish up your reps. We're going to get going again at 15, so we have a minute. You can put away your bench if you need the space like I do. Grab a drink of water. Let our muscles recover. Probably don't need as much with the heart rate here. So next one is the single arm dumbbell swing to lateral lunge. So when we do these, we're gonna do a swing, then lunge, swing, lunge, and then we'll switch and do the same thing on the opposite arm. So we only need one dumbbell here. Let's get going. And so swing just to start, okay? So 10 swings. I'm going to use my right arm first. Do your own reps if you're not doing 10. Say you're doing 8, 12, 15, whatever it may be. And switching. So you can see my back here, nice and flat, nice and straight. Using my glutes and hamstrings. I'm really not using my arms so much. My arm is just to stop me from throwing it, the dumbbell into my TV screen here or my mirror on the other side. So now we're going to do the lateral lunge part of it. Just catching my breath, a couple deep breaths. Get ready and go. So lateral lunge, back to middle, lateral lunge, back to middle. Keeping my chest nice and upright as I do this. 4, 5, 6. Toes are always pointed forward. 8, 9, and nice straight leg there. 10. Now opposite side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Not a lot of rest here before we get into our combo movement. So let's get going. So lunge and then swing. Lunge, swing. Lunge, swing. Lunge, swing. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switching sides for me. Finding my own pace. And 8, 9, and 10. Good. So we have a minute here. We'll pick it back up at 19. So if you're still finishing off some reps, that's fine. So next one, back to our upper body. So we're going to do a bicep curl. Then we're going to do a shoulder press. And then we're going to put those two movements together. So bicep curl to shoulder press. So again, this is really going to challenge our muscles, but won't challenge our cardio system as much as the leg-based ones, which is a big reason why everyone hates leg day, right? All right, so let's get going. So bicep curls. So I'm just going to do a straight bicep curl today. Keep my elbows in at my sides. 4, 5. And if you see from the side here, my elbows don't really come forward, right? They're glued to my sides the whole time. It's not this, which is more shoulders than anything. So try and keep them glued as much as you can. Relax. Once you're done your reps, if you can't get them glued and you find your elbow coming up, you probably need to reduce your weight. And if you don't have any weights to reduce to, then reduce your reps. All right, so we got 5 seconds. Then we're going to get into our shoulder press. It's ready and go. Shoulder press, stacking wrists over top of our elbows, pressing straight overhead, dumbbells come together as we do so. 4, 5, from the side. You see I'm not hyperextending my back like that I see a lot. Just keeping my abs engaged as I go through. And my roof's just a little bit too short, so I got some good scuff marks on it from that one. That's why I keep a little bit lighter in the legs. So let's move or put these two together now. So bicep curl to shoulder press. I'm going to sit in a little quarter squat just so I don't take out my ceiling. So bicep curl, shoulder press. Bicep curl, shoulder press. Finish off your reps. We're not going to pick this back up until 23, so you have a bit of time here to grab a drink of water if you need to. I forgot to type in the last exercise, so you don't see it there, but what we're going to do is a suitcase squat, so dumbbells at the side. So you're going to do a squat, come up like that. So nice and tall, feet about shoulder width apart. We drop, come up, stand tall. Second part is calf raise, so just up your toes. And then obviously we'll put it together, so it'll look like this. So squat, calf raise, squat, calf raise, like that. It's another 30 seconds. Then we'll finish with our last exercise. So 15, couple more deep breaths. Adjust your weights if you need to. So first one's just the squat. Let's get ready and drop down, stand tall. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. It's a big thing I'm trying to do there. Exhale on the way up. When I exhale, I'm contracting my abs, keeping my core nice and tight. And then I'm trying to look forward. So I have it easy because I'm trying to look at the camera. So I'm just keeping my head up. If you find yourself looking down, most likely what's happening is you're going to collapse and you're going into kind of this hybrid squat deadlift type of maneuver. All right, so let's get going in our calf raises. So holding the dumbbells at the side, up on your toes, pause, slow down. So we can kind of make this a little bit slower than other exercises For most people, you'll find the calf raise is probably the easiest exercise that we do today. So just keeping the contraction on for a tad bit longer just will make it a little bit more challenging. So we got 20 seconds, and then we're going to go into our last round, putting the two exercises together. So the squat to the calf raise. So I'm going to do this side profile so you can see my side, see my back, feet hip width apart, and let's drop down, squat, up onto our toes, calf raise. Drop down, up, drop down, up. If you find you're one of those people where your knees collapse as you drop down or as you're lifting up, try and push your knees outwards. If you're the opposite, where your knees tend to bow out, then do the exact opposite. Try and drive your knees inwards as you do it. That way you can activate your groin if you're one of those people that bow out, or you can activate your glutes if you're one of those people where your knees collapse. One more for me, and that's it. So we'll have a minute before we get into our cool down. So like always, try and work on your breathing techniques. So we're just going to catch our breath, grab a drink of water if you need it. I know I do, I'm sweating a bit. Especially those first two groups. So big breath in, big breath out. Breath in, breath out. You can kind of walk around, shake out your legs. So while you're doing that, we have about 30 seconds. So for anyone who's participating in these workouts, feel free to drop a line in the Facebook comments or on YouTube just about what exercises you'd like to see in the future. So if you want to see it, or different styles of workouts, if you want to see like more upper body, more lower body, more combination, whatever you like, try and do that. So let's get into our cool down though. So we're going to start in a downward dog. So push up position, hike your hips up and back, creating that downward V. I'm going to bend my knees a little bit just to create a better back position. So yeah, write in your comments. Let me know what you want to see in the future moving forward. If there's a certain exercise you want me to incorporate or that I've done over the last few workouts that you want to see more of, or maybe one you don't want to ever see again. Let's go into lizard. So half kneel, hands on the inside, push your hips forward. Should feel in your back hip flexor, and if your front leg, if you pull that into your tricep, that'll get your groin involved. Switching sides. And pigeon. So I'll show you this from front profile. So 90 position, down on your forearms if you can. Feel it in your, whatever front leg, you should feel that in your glute. And switch sides. And pigeon, or cobra. So hands underneath your shoulders, look to the sky. Every time you breathe out, try and let your hips just drop towards the ground. Even if it's just a millimeter, just letting your low back relax a little bit. It gets so tight with all the sitting we do. Back into that half kneel, hands on the inside. We're going to open up. So world's greatest. See, I have that straight line from one arm to the other fingers. So I'm really pressing my back of my palm towards the wall. And then I want to look towards the way I'm opening. Let's switch sides. It's the same thing on the other side, hands on the inside, open up. And this one's a lot tighter for me, a lot harder to get in that position. Doesn't matter if you can get into it, it's trying to get into it, right? And last one is child's pose. So, forehead on the ground, creep your fingers forward, button to your heels, and just breathe. Great job, everyone. So, like I said, write in the comments, send me an email. Let me know what you like seeing, what you want to see more of. If there's certain styles of workouts that you like, certain styles you hated, just give us some feedback so I know what to do and what you want to see moving forward. Of course, check out all our classes this week, from the HIIT to the beginner to all the ones our amazing instructors lead. This weekend is Easter, so there's no classes on Friday, but I will have a cardio workout pre-recorded for the weekend so that you have something to work off some of that turkey or whatever you're having if you celebrate. So look forward to seeing you again next week.